The lesson I learned though out of all that is to be extremely, extremely careful. And frankly, to do DISC assessments, behavior assessments, personality assessments before partnering with anybody ever again, because those things do come up. If it's an owner operator mindset, it's not a person you want to partner with. It's not a deal you want to do. They're going to get in the way unless they can really get behind you as the leader, as the visionary. Right? There's a vision. If they can't get behind it, all they're going to do is be resistant. You're never going to be in a flow state. And you'll end up doing what I did, which is spending $400,000 in legal fees and going through 2 business divorces.
Oh,
However,
God, yeah.
That's all good. In the end, I've got a business that's still the vision I wanted. I've got a revenue that's still the vision I wanted. And it's still what I want it to be. And it's a growth mindset. It's a scalable mindset. It's really cool, actually. But yeah, it is tragic that they'll never see the successes that maybe you and I see financially, and certainly being able to help more people, more and more and more people. It's tragic in that way. But for them as individuals, they don't realize that they're stuck there. There's a lack of awareness. So
if they're content in that spot, that's cool, because that could be all they would like in life, and that's perfectly okay too. Because let's say
there's nothing wrong with it.
Yeah, they've got the single family home, which is fantastic. And I'm not focusing this on material things, but they've got a family, nice kids, amazing kids, and that's what they want in life, and that's perfectly cool. The tragic part are the ones that feel that hole still, or that pressure, and be like, why did I ever start this to begin with? There's so many pressures that are involved in this, because now I have to deal with insurance concerns. Now I have to deal with more liabilities, especially in the cyber world. Now I can get sued for millions of dollars just because my client now blamed me for a breach that they just had and claim negligence on my part.
We carry that, man. We sleep with that. That's always there.
Same here. And it's not cheap insurance, man. Yeah. And that's the thing, because you talk about 95% of our industry, I would venture to say that it's probably 80% of those 95% that are the owner operator types are not even carrying the proper insurance for this, because it's
the same reason they're not growing.
Yeah, right on.
They're lacking. Listen, those deals I did that I was telling you about, we're describing the same person out there. It is 85, 90, 95% of the industry. They are technicians who evolved into, hey, I got enough business. Let me start a business. And hey, all right, now I'm running a business. And okay, great. That doesn't make you an entrepreneur, number one. And number two, just because you can run a business doesn't mean that you should be. You might even be somebody who started that. Maybe you should step aside, do what you're best at, which is do the IT, and hire a CEO to run your business.
Which is also cool. That's awesome.
COO.
Yeah,
totally. That gives you the freedom you need. But the problem is with these owner operators that haven't evolved and become mature business owners, they don't get it. And it's unfortunate because nobody teaches us, in the immortal words of Robert Kiyosaki, they don't teach us that in school.
Yeah, right on. Now, here's the straight truth out of everything we've just said, right? We've just pissed off about 50% of the people that are listening, which is great because we're telling them that they're stuck. Where they're
we want them to think. It's good. We're inspiring them to think. Wait, is that me?
Yeah, I feel you. And it's not bad that that's happened, but I do want to bring it back around because you and I live to uplift people too. And that's the thing. But one of the things that I fully believe in is that you need a mirror put in front of you first. I had to have that many times in my life, and I had to take a good, long, freaking hard look at that mirror to really accept what was going on. Because the only way you can move forward is actually really understanding truly where you're at right now. So if that's the case, right on, that's just the straight truth. And so I've had to have coaches and mentors in my life, even last night, a director who's on my board, because part of what we're doing this year is doing a Reg A offering for acquisitions, right? A public offering. And he's hitting me last night, and he's hitting me hard. I spent about 45 minutes with him last night. And at the end of it, I'm like, man, I needed that ass whooping. For real. Because he was just pounding away. We talked to the phone, but then he just kept hitting me with text message after text message last night. And I'm just looking at this and it's like, this is what I need, because this was the mirror in front of my face, just to say, hey, it was a deal. And he's like, this is not good. And here, in the last part, I can't remember what it was, but it was like, bro, I need a commitment. I don't need a screenshot of something. I need you to say, this is what you're going to do. This is a director, and he's also my fractional CFO. So it was both of those realms that he was looking into. And I was like, after them, like, I appreciate you. That was my response.
That's
Thank you
powerful.
for real. Yeah, exactly. Because that's just a look at where I was. And that's never going to stop. So if you're running away from that as the owner operator and saying, you know what, I'm just going to keep drudging along here, spinning my wheels, you have to take a real look at where you're at. Is that where you want to be for the next 20 years?